Hey, how's it going everyone? MLT Magic Tricks here. So in this video, I'm going to be performing and then teaching you this really awesome impromptu card trick that I definitely think you should learn. But before we get into it, if you are new here to the channel, make sure you subscribe with those post notifications on for more card and magic trick videos like this. And also, I want to give a quick shout out to a graphic designer named Yvonne, who has done some work for me here on my channel. I will be leaving the link in the description to his Instagram, so make sure you get in contact with him if you need some motion graphics or banners for your own YouTube channel. But now let's get right into this performance. Okay, so I would start off this trick by having my spectators shuffle the deck as much as they want. Once they are done shuffling, I would just ask for the deck back and show them that all the cards in this deck are in fact different. There's no duplicates, no gimmicks, nothing like that. Now, with a completely shuffled deck, I would tell my spectator that they are going to be making a selection, so they can just call stop anywhere as I riffle down the side of the deck. So let's say they call stop right here. We'll lift up from where they call stop, and this card will be their selection. Now, I'm just going to be showing you the card. I don't want to look at it. Once my spectator has memorized their selection, I'll tell them we're just going to keep their card face down on the table, or they could just, place it in between their hands. Now, guys, what I'm going to do here is go through the deck to myself, and I'm going to take out one card just to explain an important concept in a deck of cards. So I have this card here that I'm going to show you guys, and in this case, the card is the Five of Spades. Now, I'm going to use the Five of Spades here to explain the soulmates concept in the deck of cards. So a pair of soulmates in the deck is two cards that have the same value and same colored suit. Spades go with clubs and hearts go with diamonds. So I would just be explaining this to my spectator at this point, and I would give them the example here with the Five of Spades. The soulmate of this card is the Five of Clubs. Now, we're going to take the Five of Spades and we're going to use it with your selection, which in this case is the Ten of Hearts. Now, I'm going to place the Five of Spades directly above the Ten of Hearts there. I'm going to make them go face to face, just like so. I'm going to give these cards a little spin, one bend like that, and check this out. If I peel open the cards like that, you will see I actually can find the soulmate to the Ten of Hearts, the Ten of Diamonds, just like that. And that Five of Spades magically changes into the Ten of Diamonds to complete this card trick. So guys, that's what this one looks like. It's a really cool effect. It's pretty visual, and it will definitely fool all your spectators. If you want to learn how to perform it yourself, make sure to stick around for the tutorial. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that performance. This is a really cool no setup card trick that is perfect to perform anywhere, anytime, even with a borrowed deck of cards. So let's get straight into the tutorial. You're going to start off by having your spectator give the deck a shuffle. Now, after your spectator's done shuffling, you're going to take the deck back, and you're going to need to get a peek at the top card. You are going to memorize the very top card in the deck after your spectator has shuffled. So there's a couple ways you can do it. One way is, as you're getting the deck back from your spectator, you can casually push the top card over and you can get a peek there. You can see this the Jack of Spades. Now, if you don't want to do that, it's really quick. You see the Jack of Spades are good to go. You can also just spread out the deck face up to your spectator, show them that all the cards are different. They shuffled, explain that there's no gimmicks or duplicates or anything, and then you can easily get a peek at the top card that way. So as long as you memorize the top card, you're good to go, and that is, essential for this trick. So we have the Jack of Spades memorized, and after you spread out the deck face up, or, show them the cards like this, you can just give the deck one more riffle shuffle, maintaining the card there on top of the deck. And make sure you are shuffling at this point so you keep that memorized card on the very top. From here, all you're doing is forcing this card onto your spectator. So you can do any force you want to. You can do what I did in the performance, which was a riffle force. I just cut about half the deck like this. I maintained a break, and wherever my spectator, would call stop, you just lift up from the break. So make sure you're kind of covering the front of the deck like this so they don't see a little gap. Wherever they call stop, you just lift up from the break and force the card onto them. That way, that's a very easy way to do it. Or you can do like the slip force. I'll leave a link on the screen right now to me giving you a tutorial on the slip force, card force. But as long as you force this card onto your spectator, you're good to go. From here, once they have memorized their card, you are just going to show them the card because you obviously know this card. Your spectator does not believe that you know the selection. So just have them look at it. And once they have memorized their selection, remember guys, our card here is the Jack of Spades. Tell them just to place the card in between their hands, or you can just keep it face down on the table. Now, what you're doing here, guys, is the main part of the trick. You are going to explain to your spectator that you're going to go through the deck to yourself and take out a card to explain to them a concept. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys watching this video right now are familiar with the soulmate concept. You're basically just taking out the opposite card that has the same value and same colored suit. So for our example, we're looking for the Jack of Clubs. You're going to spread out the deck like this to yourself. Make sure your spectator doesn't see. In this case, we got the Jack of Clubs right here. All you're doing is just cutting the Jack of Clubs or whatever, soulmate to their selection is right to the top of the deck. So pretend like you're just, spreading out the middle of the deck. Keep an eye on their selection right here. And then all you do is just cut it right there to the top. With the Jack of Clubs on the top of the deck, you're going to tell your spectator, okay, I have this card here that I want to use to explain this concept. Now, as you're kind of misdirecting them with this card, you're going to want to get a pinky break below the top card in the deck, which is just a random card. So as you're kind of moving the card towards them, you're going to push over with your thumb on the top card, pull back, get a pinky break, place the Jack of Clubs right there on top of the deck, or, the soulmate to their card is going to go right there on top, and you're going to perform a double lift here. You're going to tell your spectator, okay, the card I took out in this case was the 8 of Hearts. But in reality, guys, you have 2 cards turned over with the soulmate to their selection on the very top of the deck. So make sure you guys practice that move. It's easier if you just get a break. You place the, make sure you don't turn this over. That's very important. You're keeping it face down. You place it there on top. You perform the double. Tell your spectator, okay, I got the 8 of Hearts here to explain the soulmates concept. You're going to explain to your spectator what soulmates are in the deck and just tell them, okay, the soulmate to this card, for example, is the 8 of Diamonds. So you're going to tell them, okay, we're going to take the 8 of Hearts. You're going to turn the double back over. So you're turning over the 2 cards as one, and tell them, okay, we're going to take the 8 of Hearts. But in reality, guys, you have swapped out the cards. You now have the soulmate to their selection in your hand. And that 8 of Hearts there is on the top of the deck. Once again, don't turn this card over quite yet. You're going to tell them, okay, we have the 8 of Hearts now. We're going to take your selection, in this case, the Jack of Spades. You're just going to place the soulmate there right on top. At this point, your spectator still thinks this is that random card. Just place the cards face to face. You guys can, show them that you have the 2 cards here just like this. Give them a little rotation. You can give them a little bend as well. And I think a cool way, a visual way to reveal the cards is sort of like you peel it open like a book. So you can have your 2 thumbs here on the side and your pointer fingers in the middle like this. And you're just kind of opening the cards like a book. Do it pretty slow and get that little flick in there. And it just really makes it seem like that 8 of Hearts or whatever card you had magically changed into the soulmate of this card. And that is, guys, the trick. It's really not too difficult. Just, kind of practice that end move there so it looks pretty cool and visual to your spectator. And definitely practice the card force and your double lift. And once you memorize the steps, you're good to go. You can perform this trick anytime, and it will definitely get some great reactions from your spectators. That's going to do it for this video. Thank you guys so much for 360,000 subscribers. I do appreciate that. We're on the road to 400K, which is awesome. Thank you for watching this one. I'll see you all in my next video. Peace out.